I have sponsored poor female students for many years, and when she meets people, she tells them that she will be the richest woman in Asia in 10 years. Even ordered me to give her boyfriend 30,000 yuan a month, otherwise he would not accept my funding. I knew she was born again. In my last life, I used money to buy resources to buy her and become the richest woman, but she thought that she was born to be the life of the female president. Is still condescending to threaten me. I will give you this opportunity, and you can't kneel down and beg me if you miss it. I immediately stopped her card, bought her a bottle of sleeping pills, and let her be the richest woman in her dreams every day. One during recess, Xiaomei came to me with her little bamboo horse to ask me for money. She slapped the note with the card number on the table, and then ordered me, in the future, you will send 30,000 yuan to Xiao Keng's account every month for living expenses. Suddenly, the people around them all cast strange eyes. They were afraid that they had never seen such an arrogant poor student, and they didn't even have a word of explanation when they asked for money. I laughed angrily, why? However, she turned around, with an expression that you dare to question me, and said disdainfully, isn't it only 30,000 yuan, and you still need a reason? 30,000 yuan can't even buy me a bag. As she spoke, she raised her chin and began to show everyone the designer bag in her hand. But it's a fake, a high-quality imitation bought online for 500. Xiaomei has been a proud female president for too long in her last life, but she forgot that she was a poor student with a pocket cleaner than her face. In the last life, I threw money and resources to make her the richest woman in Asia, but she thought that she was born to be the life of the female president. But what is she without me? 30,000 a bag? Xiaomei, are you daydreaming? Before I subsidized you, you couldn't even afford a box lunch of 10 yuan. I sneered and crumpled the note, threw it into the trash can and said randomly, why should I give him living expenses? I'm not his father. Xiaomei's face was pale, and she just wanted to get angry, but was stopped by Xiao Cheng, the little bamboo horse. Gu Xiao, 30,000 yuan is nothing to you, but it is a month's living expenses for me and Fujime. Your family is so rich to help us, isn't it natural for us to humiliate us like this? After speaking, he turned his head and said to Xiaomei, even if we live on the streets in the future, you are not allowed to beg him for my sake of dignity. In her last life, Xiao Cheng donated a kidney to her. She thought this was true love, and she regarded me as a stumbling block on the road to the relationship between the two. But in fact, I bought that kidney at a high price. Xiao Cheng temporarily increased the price before the operation, and wanted to blackmail me, so that the two had a chance to meet again. Xiaomei embezzled public funds to buy him a villa and a luxury car without authorization, and I endured it for him to pay off his mother's huge gambling debts, and I didn't stop Xiaomei who came back from being reborn if she wanted to renew her relationship with him, but why did she want to continue to spend my money to repay Xiao Kang's kindness with a kidney? Do you look like a big grudge? I laughed angrily, took out my mobile phone and wanted to notify the school to withdraw the funding for Xiaomei, but I didn't expect her to take the initiative. Gu Yan, if you don't give him money, then I don't want your funding either. What the hell is this threatening tone? It's as if she's giving me a charity by accepting my funding, and she wants me to be grateful. I was really blind in my last life, and I actually liked a woman like her. I turned out the remittance records I gave her in the past 2 years, and said with disgust, Xiaomei, if you want to have a little backbone, return the money you spent on me. I'll give you a small break, a total of 800,000. 800,000 yuan? I will pay you back 8 million in 10 years. Xiaomei smiled disdainfully and continued to threaten me, but Gu Yan, listen well, I'll give you this chance. If you miss it, you can't even kneel down and beg me. I couldn't figure out where her honey confidence came from. Do you think that if you become the richest woman in Asia in 10 years, you will be able to bankrupt my family with a little fingers? Laughing to death, did she really think that she became the richest man by strength? As everyone knows, it's all up to me to hold her up. Providing raw materials, technical support, and network resources to the dog can become the richest man. She is not grateful, forget it, and even delusionally think that I have to catch up to please her like those who sloppy and shoot horses looking at her not slapping her, and giving me a good look in 10 years. I rolled my eyes. Find someone to freeze her financial aid card and write down an IOU of 800,000 yuan. Xiaomei pressed her handprint angrily, and viciously said to me, don't regret it, and left. I regret it. I regret raising her white-eyed wolf in my last life, and I'm even more afraid that she will regret it and come over to pester me again.